we're seeing transformation takes place in the Arab world right now, in some of the Gulf states. Again, you're right, those are small elites, but they're beginning to transform the sense of who they are, what it means to be Arab, what it means to be Muslim, what it means to be a nation. What you're describing across the Arab world is actually the fruit of a kind of arrested process, because in Europe, the transition from empires to nation states, so-called ethno-states, Norway is an ethno-state, Sweden is an ethno-state, even though we think of them as nice states. So the transition from empires to nation states in Europe, the fall of the Russian, the Habsburg, the German empires, the Ottoman Empire in the part of Europe, was bloody. It included 2 world wars and regional wars, and the war in Yugoslavia is essentially a delayed process of that. It's massively bloody. The creation of new borders where these new states and people flee across newly created borders. This has been a bloody, bloody process. It also comes with a lot of benefits in the sense of the spread of democracy and rights and people governing themselves once they have a state of a people. What happened is that when the Ottoman Empire collapsed, and a similar process, a bloody process, could have taken place there, it was actually carved out by the British and the French in this kind of interim process of the mandates. So, and you've had the creation of the Arab states, Iraq and Syria and Lebanon and Jordan. And a lot of what you're seeing across the Arab world today is, sometimes I call it the breakdown of the Ottoman Empire 100 years delayed. So again, the process of them beginning to determine themselves, to decide who they are, what kind of states they are. And you're right, maybe at the end of this, we already see Iraq is not much of a state. Who knows if the Jordanian Hashemite kind of country will remain. We've seen Syria break apart. We're seeing it happen in Algeria, in Libya. You see that countries that have more national cohesion, historical, Egypt, Morocco, they might survive this breakdown of the Ottoman Empire. You're right. Will Palestinianism survive it? Who knows? All I'm saying is, from my perspective, I know what they cannot be, and I know what it looks like when there's peace. They cannot be a people whose entire definition is to destroy the Jewish state. If they become a people who want to live next to the Jewish state, then we should make peace with them. That's all I'm saying.